Hello there, folks. BSN TV here, and Sure Mourinho. We have been very lucky enough to arrive today here at the Michelin Club, where I have beside me, I have Mr. Dowie, former England international and Premiership player and coach for quite a number of teams. I also have with me here, I have Ballymena United first team coach Norman Kelly. I have with me here, obviously, by my side, the man who's organised this afternoon today. It's been absolutely tremendous. It's been a very informative day and a very lucky day for a lot of people in the town here who have come out and gained some coaching experience from Ian himself. I have with me Clifford Adams, Clifford from the Sports Hut, who in connection with Donnelly and Tiger has provided this informative day for all the people who have been here, and it's been a great day. And Ian will just get to you here in a moment, and Norman will just get to you in a moment. Clifford, first of all, it's been an absolutely fantastic day. If you just want to come in a bit there, it's been an absolutely fantastic day with Ian here and with Norman. Obviously, everybody's very happy. What did you think of the day? You thought the day went down well?
I thought it was brilliant. I says any opportunity that we get to learn from the professionals, it's time well spent.
It's great it's a great promotion from the Sports Hut, Cliffy. I actually got a lot out of it the day myself there. I thought, that obviously, Ian, I thought that you were very informative and very creative and very artistic in the way you were putting your points across. Is that something, obviously, just Clifford, is that something that you've obviously learnt that yourself with your experience, Ian, with quite a few of the top class clubs there? You were mentioning Newcastle, West Ham, QPR and clubs like that. We're not talking about normal football clubs here, we're talking about massive Premiership clubs, and it was obviously something you'd learned, and you're just wanting to pass that on. Is it something you're going to carry on with?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, you always try, I've always tried to play a sort of more open, expansive game than possibly I was as a player. But I got this opportunity. Norman, we've been talking about it for a while. I've always had a huge passion for coaching, and I think it's good to give something back. The lads who came were, really enthusiastic. The kids who turned up were superb. The way it was organised with Clifford was fantastic. But also, I got a lot out of it because they're asking questions that also challenged me. And the key element to me was trying to just say, ask what you like, and I'm trying to give as much information as I could. So although it wasn't like a Premiership, running a Premiership club, I was trying to give you the information that I would give to Premiership players on a daily basis. And I think all the lads have got different problems, and hopefully we solved a few of them today. But it's been terrific. Despite the weather, I really enjoyed it. Time flew with 4 o'clock come around before we even know it.
Well, as I say, it was a very enjoyable day. Norman, you being Ballymena United's first team coach, obviously a wealth of experience you have yourself. You played at Linfield and obviously at Dunfermline and Oldham Athletic. I'm sure you've seen bigger days and bigger clubs than the club you're involved with now. Obviously, I've been a big supporter of Ballymena myself. You'll pass some of that knowledge on then, and will you just be carrying on in this scene as far as having coaching days and that there's concerned?
No, we'll do. And as I say, I've said before, you're always learning. I talk constantly with Ian, and we're always talking football, and obviously being played and being professional, and you're passionate about it, and you'll never stop being passionate about it, and you'll always love it, and you'll always do it. You'll always it's always your thing, and you always keep learning. And myself today as well, taking a lot out of what Ian put on, how he puts things across, even just key words, just the smallest basic things, just mean the biggest. And he said today, some of the small things means massive, and it does. Player's position means a bigger thing than just trying to coach a player how to run with the ball. Sometimes position is a big thing. But really enjoyable day, and as Ian says, the kids, the coaches, hopefully everyone's got something out of today and they've taken it away back to their clubs. And I certainly will be taking some of this into our boys for the season coming up.
I suppose really from BSN TV's point of view and my own point of view, Norman, and obviously Clifford, I'll bring you back in again there. We had been to an evening which Clifford had organised out in the actual Sports Hut, which is part of today's promotion. I'm sure you're well aware of that. Clifford obviously is a performance analyst or a performance analysis adjudicator. A lot of people don't understand the actual, how it can enhance and how it can actually make performance a lot better. And let's face it, Ian, for 90 minutes, you were talking about the professional thing there. For that 90 minutes on Saturday, everything goes into that 90 minutes. So you might as well try and get as much out of it as possible, by using the performances analysis. I'm just going to,
It's really huge. As long as it's focused in the right way. But, I would have, maybe exaggerating, but I wouldn't be far off, like 50 pages of detailed analysis that I would in a Premier League club. And I would say 6 or 7 of them pages would be critically vital to me performing the next, what team's going to form, and also I'd look at other teams' stats to how I'm going to cope with what they do. They may be very strong down one side. There's a certain, that they play down a certain channel. There may be a centre forward who drops off in a certain hole. All these little areas, as well as your own team stats, as well as the physical stats, the tactical stats are the things that I love. The physical stats are very important, but the tactical stuff tells you so much about your players. And I actually change the way I do my team talks after games, because I'm much more mellow after games, because I want to see the game again and listen and look at the stats before I, sometimes you go off the deep end.
Justify yourself.
Absolutely, because you can actually. I've had a go at players before. I look back and actually they played well, and the players I praise had played poorly. Sometimes your mind plays games, and stats back it up. Now, stats can be stats at times where they say you completed 22 passes. Well, if 21 of them are backwards. So as long as you know what the stats are, and I think it's very, very important, and what the best performance analysis do, they give you that knowledge, and it's Norman's talking about you always learning. You absolutely, it gives you another string to your bow, because a player will come in and say to you, oh, well, you're not picking me for this, and you'll say, well, you didn't do this, you haven't done that, we're working on this, and it allows them, it's another arm for their coaching. You say, you haven't done this well, but we're going to work on it. So for me, it's really good.
That was actually one of the things that a couple of people had pinpointed on Clifford, whereas someone in your own fold of the game here and at the Irish League level at Ballymena United, you have the evidence to provide that there, and obviously as a statistic on its own, which can be dealt with and can be distributed there and then, so.
Yep. No, there's one thing that sticks out for me from last season. We played Ballymallard, and Ballymallard are riding high, and we had one thing that we picked out, which was one of their strong attributes, was whenever they were defending a corner, they put their main header just floating around the edge of the 6 yard. Now they put their striker just outside the penalty box, and basically his job was to flick it out to him. They had the other two wingers, one right out on the half, right out wide, and the other guy out wide. So that left exactly. So they had one guy floating in the middle. So one of those guys was going to be one-on-one if they broke. So we coped with that really well. And I think we beat them 3-0, 2-0, 3-0 that night. We gave a very, very detailed report back to obviously the coaches, and they went and adjusted their coaching sessions accordingly. And that's one of there's a couple of other things. Like the final coming down and want a certain side all the time. There's loads of things. It's all time consuming, but if you want to get something out of it, you have to put the work in.
And it's all time well spent. I'll just bring Norman in there just before we end. Norman, things that he's here are obviously stuff that was all chatted about the other day, and a lot of people obviously are gaining the information out of it. And it can be played at junior levels, Norman. It can be played at Saturday morning league level, where I take part, obviously, in doing the cameras and stuff like that there. It can be used at any level, not just the top level, and it can be used at a junior level with somebody even with a pen and a bit of paper there, So I'm actually emphasising the fact that, you don't have to be sitting studying things 24 hours a day, but you can actually use it to enhance your performance, Yeah.
And players as well, they like to hear as well. They like to know. Even after the game, the players over, how many passes did they get, how many headers did they win, and it kind of reflects on their performance. Because if you look at a player and go, well, he done well today, he won a lot of headers today. You look at the stats, he won 20 headers, so it reflects in their performance. And then if they think, sometimes players think themselves, I done all right today. Now, all right's not good enough. But if you look at the stats, they done all right and they already won 5 headers. It's not good enough. So you can sit down and have a chat with the player afterwards and go, listen, you thought you done all right, but we didn't, and the stats don't tell any lies. So, and that's how we use it, and that's how we use it. We don't use it negatively. We use it positively with players, and we talk to players and go, listen, you done this the last game, you done this game. So, you set yourself a standard. You need to keep yourself to that standard.
So there you have it, folks. You have it here from Ian Dowie, Premiership, Northern Ireland star over the years. You have it here from Norman Kelly. He's been there, done it, wore the t-shirt, played for Linfield, Dunfermline, Oldham Athletic, now Ballymena first team coach, a gentleman, I know him well. Ian, it's been tremendously nice to chat to you.
Thank you. I really enjoyed the venue. It's been fantastic, and it's just a case of, this is something that's very, very close to my heart. I think it's interacting with lads who are going to be working with the youth, and also Irish League players or whatever is magnificent. And we sometimes get cosseted in the world of Premier League football. We forget, and we shouldn't forget actually just where we all started. So it's lovely to be back.
Well, it's great for you to put a bit back. As I say, I'd like you to shake your hand. It's been great for you to come back here, and it's been a great day. I've had a great day. Norman Kelly, I'd like to thank you very much for your time. And obviously, Clifford, I'll just bring in a bit more here. I'd just like to say, folks, Clifford has provided an absolutely tremendous day with bringing such guys here to the Michelin Club, where we've all had a really enjoyable day. Clifford, I'd like to thank you on behalf of Sherman and BSN TV to say thanks very much for all your help. And the main thing about it is I've learned more today, because you can't learn enough. We all think we know a lot about football. You're always ticking over and you're always learning something more, So on that note, I'm just going to say, on behalf of me and the rest of the lads here, thanks very much to all you people out there for watching.
Very good.